If your income stopped today, how long could your money support your life? Will it last a few days, a few weeks, or several months? Most people cannot answer that question because they have never measured the true health of their finances. They know how much money comes in, but they do not always know where it goes, how prepared they are, or which part of their financial system needs attention first. The truth is, improving your finances does not always start with earning more money. Sometimes it starts with understanding the money you already have. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to complete a simple financial checkup. We will examine 5 important numbers that reveal the condition of your money, your cash flow, your emergency runway, your debt pressure, your financial protection, and your ability to grow wealth. By the end of this video, you will know which area of your finances needs the most attention. This is not about judging your financial situation. It is about gaining clarity, because when you understand your numbers, you can make better decisions. Many people treat their money differently from every other important area of life. They visit doctors for health checks. They service their vehicles to prevent problems. They maintain their homes. But when it comes to money, many people only react when something goes wrong. A financial checkup works differently. It gives you a clear picture before problems become emergencies. Whether you're a salaried worker, a business owner, a freelancer, or someone building income from multiple sources, your financial health depends on the same basic principles. Money coming in, money going out, money being protected, and money being prepared for the future. The first step is understanding your cash flow. The first and most important financial measurement is cash flow. The formula is simple. Money coming in minus money going out equals your monthly cash flow. Your income may come from a salary, a business, freelance work, commissions, or investments. Your expenses include everything required to maintain your life. Housing, food, transportation, bills, education, healthcare, and personal spending. Now look at the last 30 days. How much money entered your account? How much left? And most importantly, what remained? Because the money that remains after your expenses determines your ability to handle emergencies, save, invest, and build financial security. Imagine 2 people with similar incomes. The first person saves a portion of their income every month and carefully manages expenses. The second person spends everything they earn and depends on the next paycheck. Even if both people earn the same amount, their financial positions are completely different. Income is important, but your financial future is determined by what you keep and what you do with it. For example, imagine an illustrative case of a salaried worker in the Philippines. After paying for essential expenses and personal spending, only a small percentage of their income remains every month. That person may not have an immediate crisis, but their financial system has very little space for unexpected events or future goals. The solution is not always earning more immediately. The first step is understanding where the money is going. A simple exercise can reveal a lot. Review your last month of spending and divide everything into 3 categories. Needs, wants, future goals. Needs are expenses required for survival and responsibilities. Want are lifestyle choices. Future goals include saving, investing, or paying down expensive debt. This simple breakdown helps you see whether your money is working for you or disappearing without a clear purpose. Because the first sign of financial health is not how much money you earn. It is whether your money has direction. The second financial measurement is your survival runway. This answers one powerful question. If your income disappeared tomorrow, how long could you continue? The formula is available emergency money divided by essential monthly expenses. For example, if you have enough accessible savings to cover 3 months of essential expenses, your survival runway is 3 months. This number matters because life is unpredictable. People lose jobs. Businesses experience slow periods. Unexpected expenses appear. A strong financial system creates breathing room between an unexpected event and a financial emergency. A person with no runway may be forced into desperate decisions. They may borrow expensive money, sell important assets, or delay necessary payments. But someone with a financial cushion has more options. Consider an illustrative example of a small trader in Nigeria. Their income may change from month to month because business conditions are not always predictable. Instead of focusing only on increasing sales, building a reserve during stronger months can create stability during slower periods. The goal is not having a perfect financial situation overnight. The goal is creating protection step by step. A common mistake people make is waiting until they earn more before preparing. But financial stability is built through habits, not only income level. Start by calculating your number. How much money do you have available today? How much do you need every month for essential expenses? Divide those numbers. That result shows your current financial runway. And remember, this number is not a measure of your worth. It is simply information. Information gives you power because you can improve what you can measure. In the next part, we will examine the third financial vital sign, debt pressure, and why earning more money does not always mean becoming financially stronger. The third number you need to understand is your debt pressure. Debt is one of the most misunderstood parts of personal finance. Debt itself is not always the problem. The real question is whether your debt is helping you build a stronger financial future or limiting your choices. The formula to measure debt pressure is monthly debt payments divided by monthly income multiplied by 100. This percentage shows how much of your income is already committed before you even make your own financial decisions. For example, imagine someone receives their income every month, but a large percentage immediately goes toward loan payments, credit obligations, or other debts. That person may appear financially stable from the outside, but their options become limited. They have less room to save, less room to invest, and less ability to handle unexpected situations. A healthy financial system needs flexibility. Your income should not only be used to repay the past, it should also help you build the future. This is why it is important to review your debt carefully. Ask yourself, which debts are creating value? Which debts are reducing your financial freedom? Which payments are preventing you from making progress? An illustrative example would be a freelancer in Germany who earns good income but experiences inconsistent projects. If a large percentage of that income is already committed to debt payments, even a short period without work can create serious pressure. The issue is not only the amount of money earned. The issue is how much control you have over your money. Reducing unnecessary debt does not happen instantly, but awareness is the first step. When you know your debt pressure percentage, you can create a realistic plan. You can prioritize high-pressure debts. You can avoid taking on unnecessary financial commitments. And you can slowly create more freedom in your monthly cash flow. Remember, financial strength is not only about making more money. It is about keeping control over the money you make. The fourth area of your financial checkup is protection. Many people focus on earning, saving, and investing. But they forget one important question. What happens if something unexpected happens? A strong financial system needs protection. This includes having access to emergency money, keeping important financial documents organized, and having appropriate protection tools available depending on your situation. The purpose of protection is simple: to prevent one unexpected event from destroying years of financial progress. Imagine someone spends years building their savings, but an emergency forces them to use everything because they had no backup plan. The problem was not a lack of effort. The problem was a lack of protection. Financial protection looks different around the world. For one person, it may mean building emergency savings. For another person, it may mean having appropriate insurance coverage. For another, it may mean creating backup income skills. The important thing is having a plan. Consider an illustrative example of a graduate in Brazil who has recently started earning income. They may not have a large amount of money yet, but they can still build financial protection by creating good habits early, keeping emergency savings, tracking expenses, protecting important documents, avoiding unnecessary financial risks. Small actions create stronger financial foundations over time. The final financial measurement is growth. After understanding your cash flow, emergency readiness, debt pressure, and protection, you need to ask, is my money growing toward my future goals? The formula to measure this is savings rate equals money saved divided by income multiplied by 100. Your savings rate shows how much of your income is being converted into future opportunities. The purpose of saving is not simply storing money. The purpose is creating choices. Choices to handle emergencies. Choices to pursue opportunities. Choices to build long-term wealth. But saving alone is not the entire picture. Over time, inflation can reduce the purchasing power of money. This means your financial plan should consider whether your money is keeping pace with rising costs. This does not mean everyone needs the same strategy. Different people have different goals, timelines, and risk situations. The important lesson is understanding that money needs a purpose. A person who consistently saves and invests wisely over many years can create a very different financial future compared to someone who spends everything today. Now that we have checked the 5 financial vital signs, it is time to create your personal scorecard. Your financial dashboard has 5 sections: cash flow, emergency runway, debt pressure, protection, growth. For each category, give yourself a simple rating. Green means this area is healthy. Yellow means it needs improvement. Red means it requires immediate attention. The purpose of this scorecard is not to compare yourself with other people. Your financial situation is unique. The purpose is to identify the weakest part of your system, because improving one weak area can create a major positive change. So after completing this checkup, which number should you fix first? The answer depends on your situation. If your cash flow is negative, start there. If you have no emergency runway, focus on creating financial breathing room. If debt is consuming your income, create a repayment strategy. If you have no protection, build your safety foundation. If your finances are stable, focus on long-term growth. The biggest mistake people make is trying to improve everything at once. Financial progress becomes easier when you focus on the area creating the biggest pressure. Now return to the question from the beginning. If your income stopped today, how long could your money support your life? Your answer is your survival runway. But the deeper lesson is this. Your financial health is not determined by one number alone. It is a complete system: the money you earn, the money you keep, the risks you prepare for, and the future you build. A financial checkup takes only a few minutes, but the information it gives you can influence years of decisions. You do not need to have perfect finances today. You need awareness, because you cannot improve what you do not understand. Take 10 minutes after watching this video and calculate your 5 financial numbers. Write down your cash flow. Measure your emergency runway. Check your debt pressure. Review your protection. Calculate your savings rate. Then identify the one area that needs your attention first. If you completed your financial checkup, share your score in the comments.